Hello guys, welcome to your own channel I Live for Coding, and here I am your friend Ronit Mukherjee. So guys, this video is in continuation with the previous video of the student management system series. So if you haven't watched these previous videos, then guys, I would request to go to the previous videos, watch all those, then watch this video so that you have better context and better knowledge to understand this video. So guys, this video is about editing a record, means editing the students data which we have already done and added into our system. So we will make a new system of editing the students which are being added. So guys, please watch this video till end because I'm going to share a new way of editing the student using the same form of the ad. So please don't miss it till end. And guys, if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, then please do quickly subscribe the channel, press the bell icon so that you do not miss any notifications. So let's start quickly now. So here student management system is on. You know I have run the command. Let me show you. I have run this command npm run build serve and it's running here. Now let me quickly log in. So it's logged in. Let me quick add a user. Add. So it's adding. Let me add quickly a new system. Tanya 16 6 age female class 1 add student. So we can see that our add system is working fine. And now let us quickly make a functionality of clicking this button. So what we are going to implement here is that on clicking this button, what will happen is that this detail will be auto filled here and this same form will behave as an edit form. Okay, so let's quickly start it. What we have to do is first that we have to attach a click event here. So to implement this, we have to do is attach a click event for this. So this button is this edit button. Let me see. And this is students table area. Okay. Okay, so we do not have students table area. So let me create a reference for it. Let's see here. Students table area. Let's hash. It's completely inside the students panel, so we can give this as a reference so that we have a better reference here. Let me quickly add. So this is the context. Now this students table area ID will be found inside this context only. And like this, we have created a new reference, students table area ref. Okay, we copy. And now what we have to do is a bind an event. I told you that first of all, we have to bind the event. So let me do it. Edit VTN, and we know this is inside the students table ref. Okay, this is the class. Let me add dot and here. Okay, now let me see. What we have to do is on click, we will call a function. Okay, so let me add a function here. Handle student edit event. Let's do quickly console.log so that we can see that our event is working or not. Event is working. Okay, we are very happy for it that it's working, and I will call it here. So handle students. So let's save it and let's re-verify it. So it will be refreshed and let me log in it here. Add a student. So it's done. And let me quickly check this class. It's edit button only. Let us quickly see the console now. it's outputting something or not. No, it's not doing. So let us copy it first and its edit button. Let me save it. So let's see we are doing at right place or not. Okay, we are doing at right place. Let me just replace this so that we not make any spelling mistake error. And we know that this is inside the student's table area. Let's see, students table area. This one. I'm just trying to revalidate it. So it's ID, we are having hash, then we have students panel ref, which is this one. Okay. And this is the selector. And what we have written is that handle click. Okay. So it should work. It should work. Let us see now. Okay. Let me add something. Okay. I'm pressing the edit button now. It's not working because this button was not available. Can you understand, guys, that this video, this button was not. So what we will do here, that we know that the student's table area ref is already available. So we will attach it to this one. We'll attach a click to this and give the actual target. So this is dot edit btn. Now we know that this is available and we have bind the click on it. So it's refreshed. Let's log in. It's logged in. Let me enter something. It's done. And let's see we have console or not. Let me see. Let me add edit. So event is working. So we know that event is working. So our first step is done. So guys, while development, this is very important to understand that we should develop our work into small chunks so that we keep on achieving success at small level, and then finally we will achieve the greatest success. Okay, so we have binded successfully the event and this function is now calling on that event. Okay, so click is working of edit. Now what we have to do is that, as we discussed, that we know that on clicking this we will fetch all these informations of the student from our database and fill it here. Okay, so guys, before we proceed, what we need it here is a student ID, because without the ID we cannot do a search in the database. So what we will do is that, let me open it. This paint section, repaint students here, right here only, and let me go to the edit button. So you can see that we are using a data SID, which is the student ID. So we know that on the whatever the event it is targeted on the button, we will get the data SID from that particular target. So I hope it is understand to you guys. Now let me take it here and let me print something else. Console.log e dot current target. Okay. Okay, let me change this and save it. Okay, go ahead here. It's refreshed and let's see. Admin password. Okay, login and something entered here, and then finally this. See, guys, you can see it's edit. Now let me press edit. So here edit is pressed and we know that we are getting the correct one. So from here we can get the student's ID using the attribute. Okay. Let me write const lm ref is equal to dollar e dot current target. Okay. So this we have received. Now we want to have the student ID. So let me keep it const sid is equal to lmref dot let me give it a dollar because this is carrying the jQuery object of an element. So this is element ref dot uh, attr sid. So like this we will get the sid. So here, rather than using attr, I have updated it with the data so that we can directly fetch the data from the SID value. Okay, so we know that our key is SID, so we will use the data function to get the data of this SID because we know our attribute is data hyphen SID. So we know it will be in the data. So no worries. Let us move to next step. So here we have fetched the student's ID. Now our next step will be to fetch this detail of the student from the database. So let us use something const student data is equal to we have our SMS means our object of the student management system class dot get student by ID. So let's assume that we have something like this where we will pass the SID and we will get the student's data. And now let me so our first step was to fetch the student ID. Now let's give it the name retrieve the student ID. Now fetch the student data from the DB. And now the next step is to populate the data in the form. Okay. So this we will see that it's done or not. Let's see. So let's find. So guys, this is not done. We have to do it. So I will move it to creating this system now. And let me quickly add it for you guys as I will show you quickly. So guys, to save the time, I have just ignored the typing time. And now let me quickly explain you guys. So what I've done, I've gone to the student management system class and I have added a function called get student by ID. So this is the logic. What I've done, first of all, we have to see that the user who is logged in into the system has permission to fetch details or not. So we saw that if he has the uh, access of or permission to list means he has the permission to get the information, so we will fetch and then we will say see that student ID is passed or not. If yes, then what we will do is that we will use the function called get students. So let's see, here we have get students, get session, add to students, and this is get students. Okay, you can see that we have get students. So like this, we will get all the students from our database. Now, what we will do is we will just loop through all the students and see which student ID matches with the our past student ID. If it matches, then what we will do is that we will return status message and the data of the complete student. If not, then we will return invalid student ID because we couldn't find that student ID in our loop. And suppose we haven't passed the student ID to the function, what we will see is that no student ID is received to edit. And finally, if that permission is not there to fetch the information, then we will say that you do not have enough permission. And then finally, if the user is not logged in, we will say that login to continue. This is all the response messages. Okay, response data. This is done. Now let's move it. And now what we can do is that we can print it first of all, so that you can see step by step we are proceeding or not. Okay, so here refresh is done. Now let me log in. Rishabh 6 enter. Okay, and now this time I will press edit. So we can see that SID is not defined. So let's see SID, this one. This is not defined as we know. Yes, because this variable name was wrong. We'll log in again. Admin password Rishabh age to 16. The mail 10. Enter. Okay. Now I will press edit. So I press the edit. We can see that we have received this message where we are receiving the complete data of the age, class, gender, and name. So here we can easily fill it. Now let's move. So we have fetched the student data, and let me quickly paste a code which we will do to set the values. Okay, this is nothing special, just we have fetched the data. Now we can simply add it to the form. So I've tried to fetch independent inputs, and let me quickly see that we have students form ref or not. So we have students form ref. This is the form ref. Okay, so what we will do is we will fetch it from here only. Let me see its name, age, gender, ID, and we have the student data. So let me change it. I mistakenly wrote student, right? So I have done this student data, and all these are filled. So I will update the mode also. Let's see. It's done. Let me go. Its password, enter. Rishabh, age 15, the male, and it's 9 class, enter, and the press edit, and we can see, we didn't got the details here because I guess we are wrong with this one. Student data we received, I guess this, yes, we received this correctly. Okay, as we are receiving a data inside this which have actual data. Let me quickly change it to let. Okay, so this is student data is equal to student data dot data. Let's print it now. Okay, let me press edit. Okay, guys, you can see that we have successfully achieved our next step. So, guys, this is very important to understand that we have and we should always uh, divide our main task into very small chunks so that we keep on achieving small steps, and then finally, like that, we will reach to the final step. Okay. So we have achieved our next step where we have to click this button, and this all this data from the database will be filled up here. So guys, we can see now that all these data is filled here, and now the next step what we have to do is that we have to use this form as an edit form. So guys, let's move to our next step. So let me go to the code and show you that what I've done is I have updated the title of the form. You can see that now it will call edit student, means I have updated this, and I have changed this value also, add student. So now it will say update. As it is not add student, we are doing the update. Edit student, then the action button is update. Okay. So let's see this. us see. So it is here, edit student, you can see. Now, so this is the way I'm trying to do this, that I'm using the same form to update and add student both. Okay, so now we have to write something that in a way we can handle the update also with the same form. So guys, if you have seen my previous video of this series, would have seen that I have used the submit functionality. This is the student's form ref submit functionality, this one, and here we get all the data. See, okay, we are doing the repainting and all. So now what we have to do is that you could see guys that I have added a new thing here. Let me show you. Handle submit, this one. What I've done, see, I've added a mode called val edit. Okay, so if I go to the actual file, let me open the actual file, this one. So here is a mode, you can see guys. So by default mode is add. So you can see that whenever the actual mode is add, and in case of edit, I am updating this hidden field mode to edit. So there is a way now. If I submit the same form, I have a way now. You can understand that. I can understand that it's a add mode or edit mode. Okay. So let me quickly write a code for it. Okay, so you can see here that it is written. What we are doing, we are fetching the response and doing the add student directly on submit of the form, that left hand side form. Now what we will do is we will remove this section. Let me show you and add a condition. So what I have done is mode is equal to add. If the mode is add, then we will use the same thing, this one, what we were doing earlier. And if the mode is edit, what we will do is that we will fetch the ID. You had seen that there is an ID. Again, let me show you this one. ID is there, so we know we can fetch the ID. So it's also hidden, and we can fetch the ID from there. Okay. So in case student ID, and now what we have done is that we have called the edit student function of our actual class. So let us see that function later. For now, what we will do is that we will see this code first. Now, what I've done is reset form for the add student. So I've written this wrong. It's reset form and form value. So ID is again set to blank, and mode is also set to add back again. Form title is also updated, and the button is also updated. So we know that this thing is done, and we have to do this again. Fine. So now here it will say alert success, and this will message will come. Okay. All this are done. You have already seen. Correct. Let me see again. So let us save this. It is saved. So here we have to add a new function called edit student, and let me go and add a function here to edit the student. So edit student function is done, and we can see that it's taking student ID and the data which needs to be updated. So first of all, we check all those things, that user is logged in or not, it has the permission of edit or not. Then finally we fetch this data of the students, and all the students, and we just loop through it, find the actual data, set the students data, and finally set the message. And if no, then other messages are there, invalid messages are there. Okay, let us save it quickly and go to the index.js, and here we know that we will get this response. Okay, so we know that response.status is correct. Then what we'll do is that we will show the table, had no result message. Okay, this is the, I guess we have to change a little bit. A response message is already here, so no problem. Let me just quickly validate this. So here let's log in. Password Rakesh, age 16, gender male, and class is 10th, and enter. Okay, so we see that we are facing issue in add also now. Okay, so let's validate what's the problem. Hmm, see, we haven't faced the mode here. So let me go and face the mode here. This is the mode. We all know that this is the mode, and it's well control. Now let us see. So it's logged in, mail and class is 10th, enter, student is added. Student added successfully. Now let us quickly edit this. Okay. Now it's changed to date, details are there. So we have done our 4 steps. First, this have to be made clickable. Then this form data has to be filled, and the form has to be changed into an edit form that we have done, and using a special way called the hidden field mode. So we are using a mode hidden field from where we control that this form is add form or edit form. So guys, this is a new way for you guys if you haven't used this way. And like this, we have to create only a single form. Okay. Now let me press update and change something. Let us make it 18 and class 12 and update. Guys, see, student updated successfully, and here data is also updated. See, and this form is also cleared up. Again, the focus is into the name. Everything is done. You can guys see now. Okay, and now let us quickly go and see the using login where the permission is not there. Okay, let us see where edit permission is not there. Okay, let us log in with Matthews because he does not have the edit functionality, and let's see we are facing any issue or not. Let us log out. It is here. Let's log in. Update. You do not have enough permission, guys. So see, our complete functionality is done. So it is checking the permissions also, and it is, if allowed, then it is updating the student also. So guys, in today's video, you have seen that how to edit a record using this ES6, jQuery, and CSS. So keep watching this video. Now in the next video, we will see how to delete this record. And finally, in current scenario, you see that if we just refresh this page, we lose the data. So in the upcoming videos, we will also see how to persist the data so that in during refresh we do not lose this data. Okay, fine. Okay guys, let's meet in our next video. Till then, take care, bye bye, and please do like this video if you have really liked this content. Okay guys, bye bye and take care.